Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name's Cimonealise. You can call me Cici, and this is Goodnight Cici, where we talk about mind, body, and mommy type of things from my beauty background. If you're into that, like if you like it, share if you care. Oh, subscribe if it's a vibe. All the little things. Go to sleep. My daughter needs to be asleep right now. She's trying to stay up. Trying to also make sure we're like not crooked. Okay, figuring this stuff out. Hi, Denzel. How's it going? Welcome. I get curious about like the format since I'm like technically streaming from my phone, but I'm also like using software now. So I don't know. Growing slowly, one day at a time. Everything is fine. But I just want to like check in with you guys, see how your guys' day's been going. Tell you how my day's been going. I would say, I wonder if you guys can hear me well. Can you hear me, Denzel? Make sure I have my audios and everything right. Okay. Awesome. So today was like my fourth day at work. I got a second job. My first job is door dashing. My second job now, I'm a company scheduler for this wellness office, which is really dope. We have like dietitians and doctors and health educators, nutritionists, or no, they're dietitians, not nutritionists. My bad, but you get what I'm saying. And yay, awesome. It's snowing. Ew, ew. I'm so sorry for that. That's not fun at all. But it's been pretty good weather, honestly. It's been really cold in the mornings here in North Carolina. I just was not prepared for like Minnesota morning cold is a lot different than North Carolina morning cold. North Carolina morning cold is just like it's like midday cold in Minnesota. Morning cold in Minnesota is like don't breathe too deep. That stuff will snatch your soul. Down here it's like you can see your breath and it's fun. I be wearing like slides outside. Like I was just wearing slides. That was nice. Um, I don't even know where to start. Today was a good day. I got fussed at a little bit, but it was a good day. I had a lot of meetings. I got to introduce myself to new people. Let's see. I'm looking forward to this adventure with this company, but also too, it also made me realize like I definitely have to like be on my studying for my NCLEX exam. I also need to really like focus on what I want in life. Like this is like such a great time to really decide who I want to be, and which is why I never let go of my YouTube. I show up every day. I sometimes kick myself in the butt or like get a little upset with myself that I doubted myself for those 5 days. Like, what's the point? But it's okay. Starting over fresh, if you will. So we just keep going back at it like a good habit. One day at a time. One day at a time, and something wonderful will continue to happen and grow and unfold for my channel. I know it. I feel it. I see it. You know. But today was like a really good day. I got to. My daughter had a great day at school today. That was awesome to know that she had fun. That made me feel good. Stay in your room. She got excited. She needs to be asleep right now. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm very proud of her that she had a really good day today. What? Girl, go to sleep. But yeah, so that was nice. I just got back from going to my mom's house and she cooked dinner. I pulled up on her. I called her. She didn't answer the phone. I said, she told me she gonna cook dinner tonight. So I pulled up on her. I said, I heard you was cooking. And she cooked. She made fish and she made shrimp pasta. And I was like, So I got to, I did not want to cook. I came home, I passed out. I didn't wake up until like almost 7 o'clock. And I was like, oh, I gotta feed the child. Fuck. And so then I went and called my mom. She didn't answer the phone, so then I pulled up on her. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come get this meal because I did not want to go to the grocery store. I gotta learn how to budget. I got new pots and pans. She got me a brand new pot and pan set, bro. I was like, what? I was so happy. It's red. It's cute. I said, okay. Now I'm excited to cook because she said you can't. You saying you can't cook is not an excuse anymore. Like you old enough. There's recipes, and I said I'm ready to cook because whoever I get married to, I want them to have good home cooked meals. Can't Chick-fil-A every day. I wish I could though sometimes, but you can't Chick-fil-A every day. But also too, I want to get into eating like really a lot cleaner. You know. I'm just getting myself off right now for the moment, to be honest. I got a few things we got to do tonight. We're definitely going to read a few more pages out of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We're going to do our journaling for our mindset. But, you know, sometimes you just got to chat. Just, like, get it all off before you focus on something else. I did have it with me. But, yeah. So, like, the company I work for talks about, like, the insurance and stuff that we accept. Yeah, insurance and all the things. My work computer. I had a work computer. That's nice. But yeah, what else was going on today? I had to clean my house. There's a lot of little things that I just want to do for myself. And then for the first time in a really long time, I don't know if you ever felt this way, but like, have you ever felt like you can't do something for yourself because you have other things you have to prioritize? There are for yourself, but not necessarily for you right now, but for you later, you know? Hi, welcome. What's your name? Simon. I used to get called Simon all the time. Blew my mind. But like, have you ever felt like you had to hold yourself back from the things you want because of the things you need? Do you get what I'm saying? And for the first time, I'm in a space where I'm like, I actually have everything I need, and now I can actually focus on everything I want. That is such a blessing. There's so many things I've always wanted for myself, but I always felt like for me to get those things, I'm literally ignoring what I need out of life. And now that I'm more stable at home, I secure quality work, if you will. I'm still door dashing on top of my job because, like, why not hustle? I have to get my NBLEX exam passed so that way I can start adding massage to my portfolio of life. I'm a licensed esthetician here in North Carolina, but I don't necessarily want to work for anybody being an esthetician. I'd rather do that for myself. So right now, I'm just like really focusing on products, people, vision, just what I want for myself. What does my 2025 really look like? And mapping it out now in November versus waiting till like January 1st to figure that stuff out. I am not a career employee. There's nothing wrong with working for others, but like both my parents were entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, might I add. And I just know that, like, I know working for yourself can be a wonderful challenge, but like at the same time, I'm just like, working for myself is the only thing that brings me peace, because I work well with others, but I work well in silence. Like, that's something I miss with massage so much. It's like, when you go to work, I'll give you an idea what my day looked like as a massage therapist. Day in the life as a massage therapist, okay? When I would work in the spa specifically. I'll get to the spa like an hour early, right? Get there, say, hey, hello, how are you? I would go into my suite. I would, first, I would like wipe down the walls with hot towels. Because, like, the last person who probably massaged in there, they, like, clients would get up and they'll, like, put their hands on the walls when, like, getting themselves dressed or, like, when they're about to sit down. And after you get massaged, you got oils and creams and lotions all over you. So you got handprints everywhere. I will wipe the walls down with hot towels. Then I will wipe the counters down. I would sweep. I actually used to make reels of this and stuff like that, and or little shorts and stuff like that. So I would wipe down the walls with hot towels. I would wipe down like the cabinets and the cupboards with like wood cleaner. What else? I'll make sure there's like no water stains on the sink and stuff like that. And then I would even dust above the cabinets because they didn't always touch the ceiling. I would clean up there, clean the whole room, and then I would actually move the whole massage table to the side, and I would sweep underneath the massage table. You'd be so surprised how much dust accumulates underneath a massage table because of all the sheets and just all the little debris that fly off from the sheets and whatnot from the fabric. So like literally from all the times you just like flinging out the blankets and the sheets and stuff. So I would clean underneath there, sweep the floors. I would spray down the air to purify the air. Then I would come back and spray it down with nice cleaner and like Febreze, whatever. And then when the clients would come in, even if they came in early, I still got there early enough to do like all my cleaning. And then, which was like, to me, like a good way to set up abundance, to be honest, because clients can tell the difference. Because a lot of clients, they're routine clients, and sometimes they worked with, like, a lot of times your first introduction is really impactful what the space looks like. Even if you do a great massage, if the space looks like you just got me in here, I mean, people appreciate the effort, right? And they can feel it. And I can't tell you how many times I've had clients come in and like, oh my gosh, did you guys do something different? I was like, oh no, I just cleaned before you got here. They're like, oh my gosh, the floors aren't sticky. Like, I've had clients literally tell me these things, like, the floors aren't sticky. Oh my gosh, I feel like I could actually touch the door handle. Not because the place is dirty or anything, but just like it's not as clean as it could be. And I can't tell you how many times like my tips would increase like tenfold, just off the fact that they're way more comfortable to relax, right? And then get through my day. I'll do like 3-4 massages back to back to back, or if they're 60 minutes or 90 minutes. So I massage for 4 hours straight, 4.5, depending on what day of the week it was. Boom, knock that out, clean up my room, shut it down, collect my tips, and I'm out. And I'll make like over $100 plus in tips. And I'm very, very proud. Sometimes 200 plus in tips. And that would be an amazing day on top of my daily pay. So like, I miss massaging and I miss the silence of it all. But I also don't miss massaging because I would be so exhausted from massaging because I specialize in deep tissue and foot reflexology that when it came time to come back home to my daughter, I would be so tired. And I felt like I gave my all to all these people for money, but like on my free time, I'm like sleeping on my daughter, and it's like I can't do that. That's not fair. But I love the industry of massage, spa, pampering people. It's like my personal passion. I love making people feel special. I love creating moments and memories with people. I think that should be like the goal of the day. It's like making memories with people, however that comes, right? Just beautiful memories and stuff. So I'm saying all that to say is like, I want to bring that back to my life, like creating memories for people, creating opportunities for people, focusing on creating a beautiful, positive future, bringing my YouTube channel to the spa, and just like really making beautiful moments, you know? And I'm super excited that I can actually focus on that and plan that out and like share that with you guys. And hopefully one day you guys come to the spa, you know, or come to whatever. What are you doing? Anyways, but yeah, let's get into some of our mindful practices so we can have a good night, setting it up for a good tomorrow morning. I was super tired this morning. I'm really figuring out this sleep schedule and to do what I need to, that I need to do for myself, but also to showing up for you guys. So let's get into it. Our poem, A Winner's Creed. I'm going to read this to you every single day. because I have to remind myself more so than it is for y'all. So this is a winner's creed. I'm going to read it with you. Winner's creed. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world, we find success begins with a person's faith. It's all in the state of mind. Life battles don't always go to the stronger or faster hand. They go to the one who trusts in God and always thinks, I can. Because I can. All right? Because I can. And then today is what? November 21st? I miss my sister, y'all. All of them. I miss y'all. Anyways, so today we're going to read November 21st out of our daily devotional. That was yesterday. Hold the line. This is the one we're going to read. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out this camera angle, y'all. But yeah. See, it has a scripture, a summary, and then a prayer. Okay? Oh, I got my reading glasses because you know I'm a little lady. I almost grabbed the wrong glasses. I got like 2 pair of glasses. I almost grabbed my Stevie Wonders. And I'm gonna grab these ones. These not even my reading glasses. These my mama's. But I'm gonna use them. And I think these are prescription, which is crazy. I'm actually still sleepy, you guys. When I'm on my lady time, I be so exhausted. I literally feel like a mama bear. Like, let me go to sleep for a few days. I'll come back and be back at it like a good habit. Okay. These little dusties, but okay. Hold the line. Hold the line. All right. Samuel said, "What have you done?" Saul said, "Because I saw that the people were scattering from me, and that you did not come within the days appointed, and that the Philistines were assembled at Michmash, I thought the Philistines will come down now upon me, so I forced myself to offer a burnt offering." 1 Samuel 13:11-12. Saul caved into the stress that fear brought and lost his confidence in God. I believe we often get involved in things just because we are afraid of being left out. We are afraid we won't know what is going on, or that someone else will gain control of a situation if we're not there to speak in for ourselves. We want our children to be like all the other children, so we let them get involved far too many things because we are afraid they will be rejected. Because of the abuse in my home and all the secrets I had to keep, always felt left out. I was afraid my children would go through the same pain I did. So anything they wanted to do, I thought we should find a way to do it. It's the kind of stress that some moms allow to push them to buy a $150 pair of tennis shoes for their child just because everyone else has them. If that describes you, it's time to say no. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what parts I identified with in this. Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time in full, and then we're gonna pick out some pieces. Saul caved into the stress that fear brought and lost his confidence in God. I didn't have any confidence in God. Let's start there. I really didn't. And like, you know, people will say like they had like a come to Jesus moment. I didn't, if that makes any sense. It's almost like I always knew, but I refused to accept. And when I lost my little sister, I gained more clarity about like where I stand in life and who allows me to be here. And like I truly needed to like be responsible with my thoughts. And so I turned to God and I opened up to that relationship, but like I didn't have faith because like a lot of, I feel like mine was completely opposite, where people would like question God after a major loss. But for me, I actually like turned to Him, because I already was that person who spiraled before all these things, before like major whatever. Like, I've been outside, I've been making poor decisions, I've been, so for me, I feel like that moment, I was like, there's no more chaotic I can get. I was already pretty chaotic. So I needed order. I needed I needed to have understanding. And so like, I put my faith in God, because I put my faith in so many other things, and I didn't want to destroy myself, because at this point now, I'm a mom. So I needed to find a better way of how to handle absolute pain and absolute loss and things like that, right? I believe we often get involved in things just because we're afraid of being left out. We are afraid we won't know what is going on, or that someone else will gain control of a situation if we're not there, not to speak for ourselves. And then I also learned, based off that, I also learned not to give a damn about what people could think about me, say about me, or just anything about me outside of myself. I learned that life comes from me, not at me, and that like, I can't control people's thoughts, I can't control people's words, and if they can't see me for me, then like, that's their loss, you know? So it's like, I used to be so concerned that I would have the worst people that I would call friends being around me. I would be so concerned about wanting everyone to like me that I didn't even like myself enough to have boundaries, you know? So it's like, so important to not care about what other people say, or to try to control conversations in rooms that I'm not even in, controlling thoughts of people who thoughts are constantly changing, and people are biased, and you can't control that. So it's like, as long as you know who you are, and like, you can't nothing or no one say about you ever move you, right? Because ultimately, we are all God's children, and we're all a hot mess. Ain't no one perfect but Jesus. So like, when someone is talking about you, it's like, okay, and who are they? Like, and who are they, right? So then, we want our children to be like all the other children, so we let them get involved in far too many things because we're afraid they'll be rejected. Because of the abuse in my home and all the secrets I had to keep, I always felt left out. I was afraid my children would go through the same pain I did. So anything they wanted to do, I thought we should find a way to do it. It's the kind of stress that some moms allow us to push to buy a $150 pair of tennis shoes for their child just because everyone else has them. If that describes you, it's time to say no. I would say one more thing that I identify with in this is the fact that like, I always wanted to, like, my mom, she always like allowed me to try new things. So like, rather if it was like gymnastics, basketball, track, I've started a lot of things, but I never necessarily finished. And I found myself putting my daughter in so many different things, like whether if it was soccer, ballet, swimming, jujitsu. I didn't even have the money for these things, but I was like, let me do it because she needs to be in an activity. But financially, I didn't have enough literacy at that point to like make wise decisions, that it created more stress to put her in those activities versus trying to like find the right time to put her in something to like keep her productive, and not stress me out all at the same time. So like, right now, my daughter really is taking a liking to karate, and I like it too. But financially, right now, we're still getting settled in to our new house and all these things, and I plan to put her in it come 2025. But as of right now, I will not break myself or stress myself out to pay for something that honestly isn't. Today is not that day. Tomorrow can be, but today is not that day. And being okay with that, and not feeling like I'm a failure as a parent for not prioritizing, or not quote, I still a priority, but you know what I mean, putting myself in a position that can honestly take away from something that's good for us right now, trying to add something that we could definitely add on later, right? So I don't know if you can identify with anything like that, but like, definitely feel that. And the prayer for this is, Lord, it is so easy to cave in when stress pushes my buttons. Help me to remain confident in you and to be able to say no. We're going to read it 2 more times. Lord, it's so easy to cave in when stress pushes my buttons. Help me to remain confident in you and to be able to say no. Lord, it is so easy to cave in when stress pushes my buttons. Help me to remain confident in you and to be able to say no. Amen. Okay. There go that. And now let's read a few more pages out of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Okay? All right. Where the glasses go? I need some water. Where was I? Okay. The personality and character ethics. At the same time, in addition to my research on perception, I was also deeply immersed in an in-depth study of the success literature published in the United States since 1776. I was reading or scanning literally hundreds of books, articles, and essays in fields such as self-improvement, popular psychology, and self-help. At my fingertips was the sum and substance of what a free and democratic people consider to be the keys to successful living. As my study took me back through 200 years of writing about success, I noticed a startling pattern emerging in the content of the literature. Because of our own pain, and because of similar pain I had seen in the lives and relationships of many people I've worked with through the years, I began to feel more and more that much of the success literature of the past 50 years was superficial. It was filled with social image consciousness, techniques, and quick fixes with social band-aids and aspirin that address acute problems and sometimes even appear to solve them temporarily, but left the underlying chronic problems untouched. It fester and resurface time and time again. Okay. I'm trying to get y'all to see the book. But y'all can hear me. Okay. I need a little light. Okay. And stark contrast. Boop. What's going on with my microphone? Oh, wow. I wonder if y'all heard me. I guess you guys did hear me, but I don't know what's going on with my microphone. Anyways, in stark contrast, almost all the literature in the first 150 years or so focused on what could be called the character ethic as the foundation of success. Things like integrity, humility, and fidelity, temperance, courage, justice, patience, industry, simplicity, modesty, and the golden rule. Benjamin Franklin's autobiography is a representative of that literature. It is basically the story of one man's effort to integrate certain principles and habits deep within his nature. The character ethic taught that there are basic principles of effective living, and that people can only experience true success and enduring happiness as they learn and integrate these principles into their basic character. But shortly after World War I, the basic view of success shifted from the character ethic to what we might call the personality ethic. Success became more function of a personality, of public image, of attitudes and behaviors, skills and techniques that lubricate the process of human interactions. The personality ethic essentially took 2 paths. One was human and public relations techniques, and the other was positive mental attitude, PMA. Some of this philosophy was expressed in inspiring and sometimes valid maxims such as your attitude determines your attitude. Your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Still, smiling wins more friends than frowning, and whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. I feel that. Other parts of the personality approach were clearly manipulative, even deceptive, encouraging people to use techniques to get other people to like them, or to fake interest in the hobbies of others to get out of them what they wanted, or to use the power look, or to intimidate their way through life. Some of this literature acknowledged character as an ingredient of success, but tended to compartmentalize it rather than recognize it as a foundational and catalytic. Reference to the character ethic became mostly lip service. The basic thrust was quick fix influence techniques, power strategies, communication skills, and positive attitudes. This personality ethic, I began to realize, was the subconscious source of the solutions Sandra and I were attempting to use with our son. As I thought more deeply about the difference between the personality and the character ethics, I realized that Sandra and I had been getting social mileage out of our children's good behavior. And in our eyes, this son simply didn't measure up. Our image of ourselves and our role as good, caring parents was even deeper than our image of our son, and perhaps influenced it. There was a lot more wrapped up in the way we were seeing in handling the problem than our concern for our son's welfare. As Sandra and I talked, we became painfully aware of the powerful influence of our own character and motives, and of our perception of him. We knew the social comparison motives were out of harmony with our deeper values and could lead to conditional love and eventually to our son's lessened sense of self-worth. So we determined to focus our efforts on us. Not on our techniques, but on our deepest motives and our perception of him. Instead of trying to change him, we tried to stand apart, to separate in front of him, and to sense his identity and individuality, separateness, and worth through deep thought and the exercise of faith and prayer. Okay. Oh, we're almost to another section. We began to see our son in terms of his own uniqueness. We saw within him layers and layers of potential that would be realized at his own pace and speed. We decided to relax and get out of his way and let his own personality emerge. We saw our natural role as being to affirm, enjoy, and value him. We also consciously worked on our motives and cultivated internal sources of security so that our feelings of worth were not dependent on our children's acceptable behavior. As we loosened up our old perception of our son, we developed value-based motives. New feelings began to emerge. We found ourselves enjoying him instead of comparing or judging him. We stopped trying to clone him in our image or measure him against social expectations. We stopped trying to kindly, positively manipulate him into an acceptable social mold. Because we saw him as fundamentally adequate and able to cope with life, we stopped protecting him against the ridicule of others. He had been nurtured on this perception, so he went through some withdrawal pains, I'm so sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. He had been nurtured on this perception, so he went through some withdrawal pains, which he expressed and which we accepted, but did not necessarily respond to. We don't need to protect you, was the unspoken message. You're fundamentally okay. As the weeks and the months passed, he began to feel quiet confidence and affirmed himself. He began to blossom at his own pace and speed. He began outstanding and measured by standard social criteria, academically, socially, and athletically, at a rapid clip. far beyond the so-called natural development process. Oh, my phone needs a charge soon. Process. As the years passed, he was elected to several student. Let's see. Okay. As the years passed, he was elected to several student body leadership positions, developed into an all-state athlete, and started bringing home straight A report cards. He developed an engaging and giddiness personality, and he has enabled him to relate in non-threatening ways to all kinds of people. Sandra and I believe our son's social impressive accomplishments were more a serendipitous expression of the feelings he had about himself than merely a response of a social reward. This was an amazing experience for Sandra and me, and a very instructional one in dealing with our other children. In other roles as well, it brought to our awareness a very personal level the vital difference between the personality ethic and the character ethic of success. The psalmist expressed our conviction well, search your own heart with all diligence, for out it flow the issues of life. I'm going to read that last part again. The psalmist expressed our conviction well, search your own heart with all diligence, for out of it will flow the issues of life. Okay, cool business. We'll stop there because we'll read a few more pages tomorrow, because then it's going to start a new little section. I like how it's broken up. I feel that. As a parent, you just want your kid to have a good time, and sometimes that could be applying pressure because you want your kid to come across normal, but like, you just have to let your kid be your kid, you know, spare the rod, spoil the child. But as far as like day-to-day things, it is okay to let your child to express themselves as they are, because my daughter does some things that I've never done, and I just be looking at her like, okay, that's what you like. All right. Get your pen, get your paper, get you something to drink. We're going to journal, and then we're going to wrap this thing up because I'm going to go lay it down, as you should too as well. Yep. Okay. That's it. I'm cimonealise. You can call me Cici, C-I-C-I, capital C's on me. Please and thank you. Like if you like it, share if you care, subscribe if it's a vibe, and come back and watch other streams if you want to hang out with me and all the things. Okay, so we're going to journal. When it comes to journaling, you do not have to journal the same as me, but you're just going to get in the habit of writing positive things about yourself, for yourself, or from yourself, whatever. You can script, meaning you can write down the future that you would like to have, or like write your day as if that future is currently here. You can journal like affirmations, your gratitude attitudes. You could write your name down. You could write down what you like about yourself. You could write down what you like about your day. But just write something down positive so you can just feel good that you're literally getting it out. Like, this came purely from you. Because we're on our phones all day long, right? So it's like sometimes to like remind yourself you're human. You are analog, not digital. And it's okay. Okay, so journal with me. As we journal together, I'd like for you guys to see like the fact that I got my pen in hand, and that way we can do this together, okay? right now. So I am now done. There we go. I am now done with my journaling. Very proud. Very, very proud. I've only been doing one page because these pages are bigger, so it's not as nearly as much as I used to write when I had my other gratitude, attitude journal. I filled this one up front and back. This one, I'm just doing like one page at a time, really dispelling my mind, putting my true thoughts on the paper. I hope that helps you. Like, a lot of times people don't have an example of like what mindfulness can look like. For some people, it's just straight up sitting still, not doing a thing, thinking about nothing. Some people call it meditation. Some people call it wellness. Some people call it taking a moment for themselves, clearing their mind. Some people read. Some people write. Some people draw. For me, this is how I like refocus, recenter on what's like most important. Like, reading other people's words is helpful. Reading poems are impactful. Reading the word feeds my soul and my spirit. But something purely from me is writing down my thoughts. And I get that from my mom. She's really big on journaling. She has journals on journals on journals. And I'm really grateful that like I like to write my thoughts down as well. So that helps me a lot to like really like brain dump and to remind myself of like my why. So I just hope that helps you. Hope that's a great example, and do what you need to for yourself. Like, I enjoy spending time with you guys and like doing self-care together, and I hope that everyone has a beautiful night tonight. Don't let anyone stress you. Remember, you are a bright light too. We were just reading Soulway to my daughter. Awesome book by Lupita Nyong'o, for children. And you know, life is really a gift. It's really precious. Don't let no one steal a minute of your 24 hours. We all get 24 hours. We all have an equal amount of time to spend our day how we want. Whether it's thinking, eating, dreaming, believing, hoping, trusting, whatever that is to you. But like, don't let no one take a moment of that from you. Stay joyful as possible. There is peace in your day. Make sure you find it. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And may God bless you. Don't let nobody stress you. You are protected, respected, never neglected, and all the things. And I pray over you, your family, and all your loved ones that tomorrow is better than it was today. Or at least just a little bit better, right? So like I said, like if you like it, share if you care, subscribe if it's a vibe, and I hope to see you soon tomorrow. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Okay.